outside in the early morning light or the late evening light has to be the most inspirational of all. Not only are you looking for the changes in the light through time, but also all the abstract shapes that appear. And it's much different from painting from a photo. Without a doubt, painting from life or outside has to be the number one thing. What I like about the light in the early morning and the evening is it's a low light, it's a raking light, and it's a shifting light. Between the 1.5 and 2 hour time frame that you're painting, it shifts from one position to another, and within that time frame, it always is changing, so you can add those elements to your painting or subtract them as you need fit. So it's a dynamic environment. It's less static. It creates a more inspirational and a more fulfilling piece, in my opinion. Yeah, I can pretty much tell you the exact date. It happened back in 2010 when I shifted from painting in pastels to painting in oils. And as soon as I picked up the oils, I think I realized how fun it is, how more enjoyable it is, how much easier it is to create things. It isn't so stringent like we have with, say, charcoal or pencil and everything like that. Anytime you can go back with oils, and I just love the medium. So I think right then and there, I pretty much decided, yeah, I want to be an artist. It mostly serves myself, as anytime I finish a painting or anytime I'm at a stage of a painting that looks really great, I get a sense of accomplishment, a sense of wonder, a sense of awe that I could do something like that. Now, if it serves others as well, that's just an added bonus. I think why plein air stands out as being unique to many is because I have that 1.5 to 2 hour time frame that I place on myself. And you have to capture everything, right? You have to capture the mood, the atmosphere, the certain colors, the balance between the contrasts, and everything in between there in that short amount of time. Whereas when you're in a studio painting, you have the time to really plan, to really execute. And for all that has to be instinctual with plein air. And within the studio, you have the luxury of planning all that ahead of time. Well, the reason I put maps on beside my painting is because everything is done outside, so I have the GPS coordinates for it. And I find that really helps connect the people, especially with a local show like this. What it does is they can actually see on the path where they've been walking for the last 10 years, where I painted this. And it gives them another way to connect to the piece emotionally, rather than just physically. I think what's so favorable about Port Coquitlam are the many trails, the dikes, the river, especially the Coquitlam River, and all the green space we have around here. It's quite interesting because they don't really know it as intimately as they think. They'll say, oh, that's the Coquitlam River. I walk past there 5 days a week, and I've never noticed that tree, right? Because I always specifically focus on something on that environment. And I think this helps give them a different perspective on the location they've been walking for 10 years and haven't really noticed things. Why is art important? Now, I had to think about this quite a lot, and I think it's a 2-stage answer, right? And I think for the artist, it's a conduit for their expression. And the second part is the viewer, all right, when they're looking at the art. It's a conduit for thought, it's a conduit for contemplation, and it's a conduit for change. I think that's why art is so important. My process when I paint plein air, it's not really much different from my studio work. Except I just have to make decisions faster. So when I'm on location, I got to pick my scene based on different criteria that I have, and then I got to lay that out on the board. From there, it's just a matter of picking what I want to paint, right? So the shadows start the first, or the lead-in starts first, and then it's building it up. Or all of a sudden, I might see a shift in light in the sky. So what I'll do is I'll start throwing in the sky. So I'll make it warmer here, cooler there, change the gradations from darker to warmer to lead the eye. And then all of a sudden the water's changed, and I'll work on the water. And then all of a sudden the tree that is the focus has some brilliant light on it, so I'll start working on the tree. So it's a real hodgepodge of work going on, but it's all sensical in the sense of the importance of what change is happening to the scene I have to find and place into my painting. If you're on Instagram, my handle is at michaelking.ca, and coincidentally, if you want to find me on the web, it's just michaelking.ca. And from there, you'll be able to find the links to my YouTube channel and my Patreon page.